Welcome to Game News for November 16th, 2013. We're your Prinny guides to this cruise of craziness into the Gulf of gaming goodness. I'm Chris. This is Mike.
Hello.
This is Grover.
Dude!
And let's get this ship afloat. And so it has begun. While systems have been scattering throughout the world all week, the PS4, or PlayStation 4, has officially launched this last Friday, with only a week to enjoy sales before Xbox One unleashes next Friday on the 22nd. So the new era of console wars has officially begun, and it will be really only until after the holiday season will we truly know who will win round one, or whether the troubled Wii U will continue to sit among the chaos, or while other systems like the Ouya and to the greater degree the upcoming Steam machine also seem to hold momentum in their individual markets. And the PC gaming, of course, is still alive as ever, though largely through digital distribution, through powerhouses like Steam, but lots to keep our eyes on over the upcoming weeks.
As you guys know, I was absent last week in order to watch BlizzCon via their virtual ticket, and I'll bring you news! There are no new classes or races outright. They've also said not to expect huge changes to existing classes, and that most of your new abilities will be in the form of upgrades to existing spells, kind of like the old spell ranks of yore. The new level cap will be 100, with the ability to boost one character, whether it be an existing character or a brand new one, to level 90 for all of those who purchase Warlords of Draenor. All races are going to be getting a graphical overhaul to be more in line with the polygon count and the smooth animation style of the Pandaren, though some will be in patches after the expansions launch, since they won't have them already. But the BC races are going to be in that. There's a brand new dedicated PvP zone. There are a bunch of inventory changes. So the collections tab will see the addition of heirloom items, various toys from things like archaeology or rare drops, and possibly tabards. They haven't confirmed tabards. It's been something they've wanted to do in the character pane for a long time, and they're thinking they can finally be able to do this with the collections. This whole cleaning up your bags, they're also allowing you to choose what kinds of items, like equipment or trade goods, go in each bag so that they automatically go there when you pick them up. And when you open your bags, if you collected any items since the last time you actually had your bags open, those will be highlighted in white until you close your bags. Garrisons. They're adding garrisons. They're going to be player specific, just like the farm, but they will use Blizzard's phasing tech in such a way that it allows you to see your own garrison from much farther away. Currently, you are only able to see your individual farm plots as you walk up to the farm. One of the examples they cited is that if you have a mage tower, which is one of the taller buildings, then you'll be able to see the silhouette of that mage tower from like 1,000 yards away.
Andy?
So there's a ton more about garrisons, but there's just so much about that. There's not really enough time in our news segment to talk about it. I will mention that part of the idea of garrisons is that you will recruit followers to run follower-specific missions and give you access to primary professions you don't have on the character that you're playing. So the example they use is like if you pick up a follower that has engineering, you can build the engineering place and you'll have limited access to engineering through that follower, even if you don't have engineering on your main character.
I like. Kind of pseudo-code-ish there.
Pretty cool stuff there. Aside from WoW, Blizzard also revealed more about Heroes of the Storm. They stated the card game Hearthstone will be heading to both Apple and Android phones. They talked about exclusives and high frame rate resolution for Diablo 3 on the PlayStation 4. And lastly, they announced that legendary effects studio Industrial Light and Magic will be on board for the in-production Warcraft movie, going to make CG with live action, especially for their orc characters.
I heard the process is going to be very similar to how Avatar was made.
Yeah, it's kind of like Avatar meets Game of Thrones, I think is the example that they used. Without giving away the specific plot, it was explained that the movie is going to tell the original story from the first Warcraft RTS, and it's going to be from the point of view of both sides and how each side had its good guys and its bad guys. So, but that's really most of the good stuff about BlizzCon right there.
EA suffered some issues with their network on Wednesday, knocking down online functionality to pretty much every internet expected all their games. It wasn't down for too long though, all things considered, as it was up again by Thursday morning. But it's a wonderful reminder of why online-only games is a wobbly idea.
Only furthered by the situation that the launch of the PlayStation 4 had, where it basically went down a little bit too.
We could forgive PlayStation and Sony, we'd never forgive EA. Go to hell, EA.
Hideo Kojima made a huge deal about an announcement he was going to make this week on Spike TV about the PS4, and It was Metal Gear Solid 5 for the PlayStation 4 will get a Classic Snake DLC. Okay, so what does this mean? It includes special Deja Vu mission, along with a low-res rendition of Snake to play, just like he was pulled straight out of PlayStation 1. That's exciting, isn't it? Something that probably took him about an hour to put in. Nice job, guys. And at least Naughty Dog knew how to make a decent announcement. As the New York City launch party for the PlayStation 4, they revealed both a DLC single-player story that might be a bit of a prequel, as well as a teaser for a brand new Uncharted adventure for the PlayStation 4.
Co-president of Disney Interactive, John Pleasant, stepped down this week, saying it was a collaborative decision that didn't see the need to have co-presidents in an era where things need to be streamlined. He's going to continue to be part of the team as a consultant, but now Jimmy Pitaro will be the sole president of the team. It should be noted, Pleasant's biggest contribution was overseeing the release of the Disney Infinity game line while also managing the game division.
An update for Dota 2 is bringing 2 new characters, Item Socket, and a new coaching system to encourage player attitudes for newcomers, and a new item crafting system that will change things big time for the game. That's not surprising since this is Valve here, and the part, in coaching systems to encourage player attitudes.
Yeah, I don't know how this is going to work too well.
There is always going to be toxicity, just like there's always going to be piracy, so,
Pretty much.
Yep.
And let me murder some Turkish real quick. Now for some Silri Ateş! So Dead or Alive 5's arcade version is getting a brand new character. The new Kirby 3DS game will be titled Kirby Triple Deluxe. Dead Rising 3 is going to get an octopus. Okay. Probably it is Dead Rising, but let's try this again. Dead Rising 3 is going to get an unlockable Mega Man X outfit. Tryon Worlds will be launching a free-to-play online MMO game that sounds and looks a lot like a combination of Cube World and Minecraft called Trove. The mysterious Assassin's Creed movie has gotten delayed again. And I kid you not, a Temple Run movie may be in the works.
How can you make a movie out of that?
I think there's kind of a story to it, but it's like a 2-hour version of the Indiana Jones Boulder scene. Anyway, site with a countdown timer that will end in December that teases an upcoming Fallout-related product, while Namco and Atlas also launched their own teaser sites where the product is a lot more cryptic. Xbox confirmed its games with gold freebie offers will continue the Xbox One sometime in 2014, or at least they'll have more details about it by then. And Sony donated 400 radios and $150,000 for the relief efforts in the Philippines after the storms that devastated them over the last week. And we'll stick this one in the WTF WTH bucket, as in the preparation for the Xbox One's launch next week, New Zealand is doing something a little special, as they have submerged what was to be the first unit to be sold in the whole world. Keep in mind, New Zealand is basically the most easternmost nation in the world. Anyway, they're dunking this thing into an aquarium filled with 20 tiger sharks at the Kelly Tarleton's Sea Life Aquarium in Auckland. There were some slip-ups that sent out some pre-orders to customers early, but yeah, there's an odd publicity stunt for you.
Putting it in a tank of tiger sharks is kind of what's going to happen when it gets released, so it's kind of fitting. They're just doing an early version. Oh, and plus when you go to the stores, like on Black Friday and everything.
Oh, yeah, that's very true. But it's also kind of fitting, because, like you keep reminding me, it is a water cooler.
It'll suck all that water up and somebody can just jump in and get it when the tiger sharks are flopping around.
So that was our brief look at the game news for November 16th, 2013. Join us next week when the other third of this battle for console supremacy makes its arrival, and for all the other zaniness that happens in between in the world of gaming. We've got nothing.
Is that our outro?
This is our outro.
See you next time.
Goodbye, outro.
Bye, outro. We love you.